follow-up from that, Ambassador Khan, will U.S. firms be able to participate and bid on CPEC projects?
I would think that, as I said, that these special economic zones are there and there are these projects, and obviously these projects are to be negotiated between, because I give you two examples, and this is something that I knew from my days in Tokyo. If not all, a lot of heavy machinery being used in CPEC projects was made by Komatsu of Japan. Similarly, in many of the heavy generators being used in CPEC related projects were manufactured by General Electric. So my point is that there are these relationships already in place. For us, what is really important is to open these opportunities on an MFN basis to all companies. And then it is for those companies to sit across the table and negotiate deals that will basically benefit them. And the market size, the regional marketing potential is definitely there.
Thank you. Thank you. So now, audience, Ambassador Khan, the first one I have is, what role does Pakistan foresee itself in the Indo-Pacific strategy of the United States?
First of all, I think this is something that I've been hearing a lot over the last several years, but clearly this is still, I would say, a work in progress. And there is still nothing concrete that one can relate to and one can contribute to. In terms of the broad principles, in terms of seeking international cooperation, in terms of believing in rule of law and due process, in open sea lanes, I mean, I just give you one example. We just concluded the 2021 Aman naval exercise in Karachi. Pakistan is an Indian Ocean littoral state. Pakistan is an important Indian Ocean rim country. We organized that 45 countries participated, and I think this was probably first time in that part of the world that we had navies from Russia, we had navy from United States, we had navy from China, we had navy from Japan. So it really, I think, tells you a lot about how and where we want to go and where we see ourselves, in terms of working with our partners in the region and beyond to make sure that there is free flow of commerce, trade in that part of the world, and that Pakistan is equally open to those that are interested in exploring potential possibilities in Pakistan.
Thank you. I'm going to turn to my next question from the audience, which is, what three specific areas of the U.S.-Pakistan bilateral relationship do you hope to change in a positive way during the new, still young Biden administration?
I think we, frankly, while during President Trump's time, we heard a lot about his keenness to deepen and broaden economic relationship. Frankly, and unfortunately, very little actually happened in concrete terms. I remember the then president, saying that he would like to see our business and economic relationship grow by 20 times. I would really like to realize that and make that happen. And frankly, as we were discussing before this session, I see the potential for that. and the new Biden administration, which is more process-oriented, which is more invested in structured dialogue and engagements, and the last trade investment framework consultation, which I was part in Islamabad in 2016, were held during Obama administration, led by Ambassador Froman. So I would really like the business and economic part of our relationship given concrete shape and to be explored aggressively. So that's the first one. The second one that I really would like to work is to expand our educational scientific cooperation, because I think that's one area where our the potential is really underexplored. Pakistan being the fifth or the sixth largest country in the world and an English-speaking country in many ways, with our medium of instruction as English, I think to just send about 9,000 students is not enough. We would really want to create a knowledge corridor and work in bringing more students learning, because this, I believe, is the best takeaway from United States of America. And the last one that really I would like which is again linked to the first one in terms of working specifically on technology and agriculture, because I think these are the two areas where one, because our own diaspora is here, there are a number of very well-performing Pakistani American companies who are interested, and we would like to see their footprint expand. And then the mainstream companies, we would like Amazons, the Googles, the Facebooks, and the YouTubes of United States come to Pakistan. So technology and then agriculture, because agriculture was a golden era in Pakistan agricultural cooperation. And I tell you, because, even with the yields that are 30-40% less than the regional average and the global average, Pakistan is still a major rice producer. We are still a major cotton producer. We are still a major sugarcane producer, and we are also leaders in some of the fruit production. If only our yields were to go up, including dairy, I think we can really be the source of food supplies for two of the largest countries and also in the Middle East. And that's where I think there is a lot of potential that I see for US companies.
That's right. So I have a question from the audience. The question is, Freedom House's downgrade of India to partly free has received substantial attention, including by the Pakistani media. Pakistan, however, is rated as not free. Per your opening comments, you clearly disagree with this assessment by saying that Pakistan is a vibrant, thriving democracy. What is your view of free organizations like Freedom House? Do you think they are mistaken in their assessment?
No, I wouldn't say that. But what I do want to bring out to you is that you have to go to Pakistan and experience the noisy, vibrant democracy that we have there. It may not still be ideal, but if you watch some of the media shows taking place, we have had third consecutive peaceful transition from one elected government to another elected government. We have consistently demonstrated the ability to resolve issues between political parties through dialogue and concession. The media is performing the important role of acting as a watchdog. The judiciary is taking on the government, and challenging government wherever it can, and so a active and quite well-informed civil society is there. So and the government, I remember, and I say this with responsibility, because I remember those days also when the reports on some human rights being violated used to be broken by foreign media houses and agencies. BBC would carry the report, Voice of America would carry the report, Reuters or someone else. Now, today in Pakistan, if any violation takes place, it is actually reported by our own media. And then it is our own agencies, our own courts that take cognizance and action against those. So this is really, in a nutshell, I mean, we have come a long way. We may not still be there. Please don't compare us with Britain or United States. Look at the region where we are. And please make comparisons, and you would come to that conclusion yourself in terms of where we stand in terms of being a democratic country.
Khan, for participating in today's discussion. I really appreciate you taking the time to be with us today and answer our questions. I'd like to also thank Ambassador Munter for his opening comments and participating in today's discussion. And finally, thank you to the South Asia Center and the Atlantic Council, Irfan Nuruddin and his entire team, Shuja Nawaz and others who have been instrumental for their support and otherwise in making sure this program and event were successful today. So thank you all for listening in, and thank you all for participating in today's conversation. Thank you so much, Ambassador Khan.
Thank you so much, Sophia. Such a pleasure.
Such a pleasure. Thank you.